Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Can you guys hear me loud and clear? I'm using an earpiece. If you can hear me loud and clear, give a like. Okay, yes. Okay, hi, Michael. Good to see you. Okay. How's everybody? Can everybody hear me? I just want to do a sound test. If you can hear me, hi, Ing Ziyi. Can you? I'm doing a sound test. Can you hear me? I just want to make sure that everybody can hear me. Okay. Can someone say thanks for liking? I really appreciate. All right, can hear. All right, can hear. Good. Okay. Loud and clear. I must confess, I'm actually at the airport lounge, so I don't think I should speak too loudly. Yes. Thanks everybody for liking. Okay, now the slides are already at the link. Today I only turn on my YouTube. It's very nice romantic music, so I'm sure the sound quality is very good. Great. Okay. Okay. All right. Good. Okay. Today I want to talk about a very interesting topic. And the interesting topic touch on a very fundamental concept of inflation, how inflations are calculated, and from there I think I can now be quite confident, okay, when will we see a decline in inflation. And theoretically, if I can predict the decline in inflation, okay, with a high level of precision, I can predict when the stock market will recover. Okay, so I'm going to make a bold, statement today that potentially, if I'm right, then we can actually predict when a big stock market recovery will happen. So that's the synopsis of today. And if this is not interesting to you, you can log out. Okay, but really today is about understanding when inflation will fall, okay, in a significant way, and when the stock market will recover. Okay, because for the last, since February until now, we're going to have this incredible. We have been experiencing this incredible bear market, and then we were hit terribly by all these incredible fluctuations. And then one moment the inflation goes down, one moment inflation goes up. So today I want to really pinpoint with some level of accuracy when I think, with some level of confidence, inflation will fall, which result in a stock market recovery. Okay. Yep. All right. With this, if you guys are ready, please tell me you're ready. Just tell me I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. So there are two big events that has happened or happening today. Number one is President Putin of Russia has declared that, that they have activated a partial mobilization. Okay, partial mobilization, and he has also orchestrated a referendum in the Donbass region and some of the Crimea, Donbass, Luhansky, and all these regions which they have conquered. Okay, all these are really a bit under the table, a bit below the belt. Okay, and then more importantly, he has threatened.
Attention, please. Passengers traveling on SQ 279 to Adelaide, you may now proceed to gate A1 for boarding. Thank you.
Okay, sorry. As I said, I'm in the lounge.
SQ 279 to Adelaide, you may now proceed to gate A1 for boarding. Thank you.
All right, cool. And then the other thing he has threatened to use is threatened the use of nuclear weapon, which he says he's not joking. Okay, so I don't know whether that will escalate the nuclear war. If it does, then that's a different challenge for all of us. Okay.
Have your attention, please. A pair of glasses, a pair of spectacles has been found in the business class counters. Will the owner of the pair of spectacles please come forward to the customer service desk?
All right, cool. Sorry, you guys may hear that a lot of interruption, which I have to apologize. So but today let's just take those things away. And today, the second thing that is going to happen is the FOMC, the Federal Reserve Open Market Committee, is coming out and say how much percent interest rate they're going to increase by. Okay, everybody are planning now more or less for a 75%.
Inform passengers traveling in SQ22 to Newark.
I don't know why today there's so many announcements. Usually there's not so many announcements. Okay.
The new departure time is now at 01:30 or 1:30 a.m.
Okay.
Passengers
All right.
are requested
Maybe
to
I should go
remain in
into
the
a
lounge
private
until
room.
a boarding
It's quite noisy.
announcement is
Yeah.
made.
All right, cool.
We will keep you informed when we receive any updates. We sincerely
Okay, so-
apologize for this delay and we thank you
So
for your
sorry.
patience.
Okay.
Should you require any assistance,
Yes, hi,
please
everybody.
approach our staff
So-
at the customer
so,
service desk.
so
Thank you.
Today at 2:30 p.m. 2:30 p.m. There is going to be 2:30 p.m. There's going to be an announcement in US time of the interest rate. We are expecting a 75% basis point. I don't think it's going to be 1%, and I think there is also a minute chance it may be 0.5%. If it's 0.5%, the whole stock market is going to jump. Okay, but if it's going to be 75%, everybody is going to be business normal. If it's 1%, then the whole market will crash. I don't think it's going to be 1%. I don't think. At 9.1% inflation rate, it didn't go 1%. Now at 8.3%, it goes 1%. It's ridiculous. Yeah, right. Some people have no freaking common sense. Okay, but if they do that, I really will be very surprised. Okay, all right. So today the topic really is about when the inflation will fall, and then as a result, the stock market will rise. First of all, this is a usual disclaimer that I don't use this as a stock market. Use this as a stock market guidance for you guys. This is more for education and more for entertainment, and not really meant for you to use it as a buy and sell guidance. Okay, I use it for myself. Okay, you want to follow or not is up to you. Okay. Some marketing on this part. The People's Association has invited me to give a talk. The location will be at Buona Vista CC. I put down the details here. Okay, in this detail, there's a QR code. You have to register there. We can now meet in person. Okay, we now meet in person. I haven't met the 1065 community for a long time, so I'll be very happy to meet some of you guys. So if you guys are interested, please scan the QR code. I'll be talking about the concept of becoming a CPF multimillionaire, and some of you might have heard it before. Seeing me in real person, I think the interaction will be great. I'll be happy to shake hands with you. Some of you all didn't know I'm actually in Singapore now, and I'm actually flying off again. Okay, and when I'm back in Singapore, I'm very happy to meet people. I've met a lot of you guys in the streets. A lot of you all came and shake hands with me. I'm very happy to do that. So me and my wife are not some big shot celebrity or whatever. Okay, we're very down to earth, ordinary Singaporeans. So when you come and see, when you meet me, don't like that kind of thing. I was like, who's that? Kind of thing. Just come to me and say, hello, Mr. Lu. Then I'll say, okay, yeah, okay, cool. So the talk is at 2 p.m. to 3:30 p.m. I'll be there, organized by the People's Association. So I'll be very happy to see a lot of you guys there. Okay. Let's talk about the talk proper itself. Okay. Let's take a look at the inflation rate. Oh gosh, I can't see it's a bit dark. I'm gonna darken it and see whether I can see. Okay, that's good. Okay, so if you can see the inflation rate, okay, of US, initially was okay, then it starts shooting up like that. This big jump here, okay, correspond to the period somewhere in February to July. There's a huge spike, okay. And then it goes on all the way to, when it reached there was about 5% and then it reached a high of 9%, now dropped to about 8.3%. So between over 5 to 8 something percent, that's where the big jump is. Okay, very important. Today I'm going to focus on this chart a lot now. I think more or less we got to realize what's the definition of inflation first. What's inflation? let me tell you what's inflation, okay? And I've got the definition of inflation written here. These are all from finance website and things like that. Inflation occurs when the current price level are higher than the previous period price level. Okay, that means today the price is 10 cents, tomorrow is 20 cents. That's called inflation. Okay, one off. There are three important points to take note of inflation. Listen carefully. This will mean make or break in your stock market. Number one is what's
Ladies and gentlemen, may we have your attention,
what's the
please?
current price?
Traveling on SQ
What was the previous
638
price?
to Narita.
Okay.
Please
And last
take
is
note that
what's
your
the
gate number
time
is at
we are looking at?
C13
Okay.
in
What's the time we're
Terminal
looking
1.
at? So when the
It may
person
take
is
you up to
announcing,
30
talk
minutes
like
to
that, can
reach
you all
the
hear
gate.
me? If you
Please
can't
allow
hear, then I will
sufficient
pause
time
and
to
let the
make your way
announcement go
to
first.
avoid
Can you please
delays.
let me know? Just in case you cannot listen and say, please repeat, I'll repeat again, okay? Go like cepat. There are three important points when we talk about inflation. Number one point is what's the current price? Number two is Charlene, good to see you. Number two is what was the previous point? And third is what's the time period? Okay, thanks, I hear good. So inflation refers to measuring a set of prices now versus a previous period and the length of the period. Three things very important, okay? This is something very few people actually saw, and strangely in my sleep, I was having a nap. I suddenly woke up and realized this, okay? High price, okay, does not cause inflation. It is higher prices that cause inflation. Listen carefully, When the price is high, it does not mean there's inflation. I'll give you an example, okay? What is expensive? Diamonds. Diamonds are very high, but they are consistently high. Their prices can fluctuate a little bit, they're just consistently high. That's not inflation, okay? This phone today, iPhone, today is let's say $2,000. Tomorrow is $3,000. That higher price is inflation. So there must be movement of price. That's called inflation. An inflation rate measures that movement. Listen very carefully. It is higher prices that cause inflation. It's not high price. Today, if the oil price, okay, today the oil price is at let's say $4. Is it high? Not oil price, petrol price. I went to pump petrol. What basket? I have a small car, and the small car is one full tank is close to almost $100. Okay, sing. Last time was maybe about 80. Okay, but if it stays $100 forever, how much inflation is that next year? If this year is $100, okay, but it stay high at $100, how much is inflation next year? Anybody? Okay, so last year was $80 when I fill a full tank. This year when I fill a full tank is $100, and forever after that is $100. So next year and the year after next, how much is the inflation? Okay, QI say 0. Yes. So this year is phenomenally high. One freaking jump by 20%. I want to die. But next year is 0. The reference point is respect to this year. Okay, So very freaking important to take note of. I'll give you an example. I use Chanel bag. Chanel bag is the best example. A typical Chanel bag costs about $10,000 in 2020. 10,000 at least. $10,000. Okay? But now in 2021, this is not a real example, this is a make-believe example. But a typical Chanel bag costs more than $10,000. But anyway, it costs, let's say, it costs $20,000 in 2021. Okay? That means this jump is 100%, Then in 2022, it stays at $20,000. Okay? So this is really like a PSLE economics question. What is the inflation rate in 2022? Anybody? Yes, someone got the one answer up. I hate it when my wife eats chocolate ice cream in front of me while I give a talk. Or you all give a question. Mm. Oh shit, this is nice. That's it enough. How many percent? Hello? Only 2% get it. PSLE no econs. This is mathematical lah. This PSLE question. What was the inflation rate in 2022? Zero. Exactly. Zero. Zero. Yeah, right. So many people get now. Zero, zero, kosong, zero, zero. You know, you guys are so freaking smart. I got a feeling Wall Street didn't get that. Okay? So for inflation rate to fall, do we need the price to fall? For inflation rate to fall, do we need the price to fall? Some yes, some no, some no. Exactly, no need, yes. For inflation rate to fall, all you need to do is to stop increasing the prices. If the prices just jump and stay there, the inflation rate stops to zero. To zero. To zero. So, with that knowledge right now, I think most of y'all can already guess when will the inflation rate start to fall. When will inflation fall? Okay. Well, let's look at crude oil. Okay. Crude oil today, during the war is spiked up, from an average of about $75 to or so. It spiked up all the way to $120, and then now it's back to around $80. Okay. Next year 的今天, if the price stays at this rate, what will be the inflation rate? If we reach March, let's say we reach March spiked up to some crazy $125, and if the oil prices stays at today $80 over dollars, what's the inflation rate? What's the inflation rate? It's not zero. Okay. So sorry, yeah, right, zero. Okay, it's zero, correct. What I'm trying to say is that when we reach March, where the spike was $135, and the price maintained at $75, it's negative. It's negative. It's negative. It's negative, negative, negative. It's not even inflation. It's not zero. It's deflation. Yeah. Okay. So let's look at this is the entire US CPI. It goes up to 8.3%. 8.3% was the whole shit reason why the whole stock market still continue to crash. But if you look at it, and I've said this before, okay, if you look at it, the inflation rate for food, okay, has went from one side and it was high, okay. It started in February, but you take note, it's always hovering around 1%. It's coming down. In fact, food away from home was hovering at, it's coming down. Can you see the inflation coming down? This inflation relative to last year, it didn't grow. It's now basically one big jump and stay there. All the prices, one big jump. In fact, the oil has even went down. You notice that, in fact, there are a lot of trends. I'll give you an example. Okay, let's say you look at used cars, they are negative. Okay, you look at apparel, it started at 0.7, 0.6, 0.7, 0.8. Now it's at near 0.2. So very small. Okay, there's one thing called shelter. Shelter basically measure rents. Shelter is the most household one that went up. But it's all rubbish. The shelter, half of it is actual rental, half of it is owner occupied imputed rent. Which means that I'm staying in my house, I aga how much my rental will be. That's bullshit rental. Okay? That they use previous month rental as a result of lag effect. Let's not go into this. Listen carefully. This is the US CPI. It went up by one jump. And more or less it stayed like that. So this year, the CPI will remain high, for sure. But if it just flatten, next year what will be the CPI be? What will the inflation rate be? You just learn. What will the inflation rate be next year? You'll be, if it just stay where it is, all the prices, one big jump and stay away, it will be zero. So when will the stock market go down logically? Okay, the stock market, and I'm now having a strong prediction, and it's a dangerous prediction because not everybody will want to believe me. Okay, the stock market basically, okay, so the inflation rate basically will start to come down as we approach this year when it first jump up, which is somewhere in the vicinity of February, March, April, June time frame. Basically around the time frame when it jumped up, okay? Because all the prices went up, there's no doubt about that. But it went up and stayed there. As long as it didn't go up and up and up and up and up, like what happened in the 1970s to 1980s, okay? We're not going to have inflation rate that's going up and up and up. In the 1970s and 80s, the prices went up and up and up and up and up. As a result, this is called a wage spiral inflation. It went up, and then every of the workers asked for higher salary. When asked for higher salary, people more power to buy more things. The prices go up, and you see, then it went up and up and up. Does it sound logical to you? Now, when will the stock market? Okay, when will the stock market rebound? Obviously, we have to take a look at history. Now, history, do we have an equivalent episode? Yes. Okay, we have. In the 1980s, when Paul Volcker whacked the inflation rate hard with high interest rates, the whole inflation went down. Okay, the whole country went into recession. But let's take a look. This is called the Volcker's bear. Volcker's bear. Okay, you can even Google this article. Is there? The stock market started to crash. It crashed from 1980 all the way to 1981. Okay, August. It crashed and crashed and crashed and crashed really badly. It crashed and crashed, but the inflation then was near 20%. It's far cry from what we are today. And it went up tremendously for 10 years. So it went down. In August 1982, it hit the bottom. Right? And then you know what happened? Once the inflation got under control, the stock market freaking bull run. We cannot tell exactly when this point will be, but we know with high certainty what will happen after it. Okay? The bull run is so bull, okay? It's so bull that you can't believe it. So, I pull out this chart and, let's take a look. I draw a line down. I'll just tell you, when Paul Volcker whacked the interest rate really high to fight inflation, the inflation rate went up from 12%, down. That was in January 1981. It was 12%. Then he whack. So the inflation coming down slowly. It went down from 11 to 10 plus, 9 plus, 10 plus, 9 plus. So you can see even inflation and fluctuation, which is what we have today. Everybody bid at 1 month, spike a little bit, cow. Okay, anyway. It went down, then all the way to 8 to 7 to 6 to 6 to 6. Somewhere in August, it reaches 5.8%. From this point, half the inflation rate. The stock market bull run from there. Okay, so very interestingly, so inflation, okay, in those years, 1981, took close to 1.5 years of coming down before the whole market rebounded. Okay, rebounded. The prices won't go down again as long as it doesn't come up more. That's all we hope for. Okay. So let's take a look at what's happening now in the market. Okay. News, rents are coming down in 27 of US biggest city, still rising in 8. So majority are falling already. Look at this. Global food prices falling. Okay, they are worried future supply. There's some future supply issue. Maybe they're not sure, but global food price is falling. Commodity prices are falling. We just now saw oil prices falling. Every freaking thing is falling. Okay, so therefore, what we are saying is this: that that this jump most likely will be a one-time jump, maybe even go negative. Now someone said, but Mr. Lu, why is Jerome Powell still so hawkish? They cannot afford not to be hawkish. He cannot afford to be hawkish. He have to tell the whole world, I will whack this thing left, right, center. If not, the workers will come out and beat up the wages, and when they beat up the wages, then the cost wage spiral will come up. Then that will be the end of the world for all of us. Okay, so he'll continue to be hawkish. Even the real world might be coming down. So don't expect that to happen. Okay, this is a very important article. Please go and read the vocals bear. Just Google the article. I'm going to read this to you. Okay, I'm going to read just this chapter to you, and that's where I want to end it in a very, very high note. The quick recovery, remember just now, the quick recovery after vocals bear, quick recovery, this is a quick recovery after vocals bear, shows that economic hardship does not require government stimulus or low interest rate. In fact, the government solution which worked with such wonders at this time involved increasing interest rate, lowering taxes and removing regulation. The bear market also shows that even when the economy is in the midst of a double-digit inflation and double-digit unemployment, it's still better to be invested than not. That means you better invest when the market still look ugly, because this was a market where it is better to get in the market a year too early than to be a month too late. Because when you are in a recovery, it jumps up freaking fast. And we saw that already in post June, July, when the rebound happened. It's fierce. Only because Jerome Powell come out and talk rubbish, not rubbish, was hawkish, then the markets are coming down. If not, the rise will be phenomenal. So if what I think mathematically is correct, then inflation will ease substantially by mid next year. And though it's nothing scientific, it's not economics, it's just mathematical. Right? I already explained to you already. All you need is yes, the prices are high right now. If it's one jump and not continuously jump. It's like today the one bag of rice is $10, tomorrow is 15, next year is 20, then 30, then 50. That's called inflation. I don't think that's happening. I don't think that's happening as well. Yes, there's high inflation, it jump high and it stays there. As long as it stays there, the entire inflation crisis is over. It's just mathematical, okay? Yes. So someone said, Mr. Lu, why do we wait until then? Then we start investing. Well, I don't know about you. This is what I'm going to tell you, okay? From my experience in June, July, where the inflation started a substantial fall and the market was exuberant, the world of market and information right now are moved much faster. The rise is going to be more rapid. This time around, I think once we have a clear sign of a deflation, somewhere, I don't know when, somewhere when the signs are a bit clearer, the rebound is going to start. I'm not going to tell you what you should do, but I'm going to deploy more going in. I'm going to use up all my last few shots. Okay, so I don't want to be too late. Okay, because the market reacts too fast nowadays, way too fast. Okay, so anyway, this is my take. I hope you find this useful for you. Okay, thank you, and please remember, give a like. Give a like, not just give a like the video and hit subscribe and follow. Okay, I can take about 5 to 10 minutes of question. Then after that I got to run for my plane. Okay, cool. All right, let's have some questions. Will you stay in the market during nuclear winter? Will S&P market go down nuclear war? Let me just tell you, if the nuclear war really happened, that's the end of the world. Your stock market will be the least concern. You'll be more worried for your life. And I think Putin knows that. Okay? Yeah. Thank you for safe trip. Yeah, thank you. Yeah. Okay. Smart money can be wrong occasion. True. Yep. Are you firing today? I'm in a plane. I think might be quite inconvenient. I want to see what's happening at 2:30, but I'll be in a plane. I hope I'm not too late. But you know what? If it's just 75 basis points, then everything basically business as usual, flat. Nothing, no big deal. What about US continue to print money? The US has stopped printing money. In fact, that's the whole problem. They stopped printing money, and so the whole market crashed. Okay. And funny thing is that US printed money so much, the US dollar is still so strong. Do you notice that? Okay. I'm just trying to look at some of the questions. Okay. Next year, then buy stocks. Oh, you might miss the boat. Okay, I don't know. Okay, any more questions? Oh, sorry, there is a lot of questions. Sorry, I missed it. How does a U.S. strong job numbers factor in? Not enough workers work. That's why the strong worker numbers are bad for stock market. Yes. Do you think job market will be affected soon in US or in Singapore? Job market in Singapore, I don't think so. Not so soon. Too hot, too red hot. Okay. Thank you, Uncle Lou. You have been an anchor of equity market and stabilizer S&P index for weeks. Should we all in if it crash today? We don't need to be all in, right? You've got time, and slowly do a buy across the dip. Okay. So far the market only react to interest rate increase. No impact on QT. No, the increase in interest rate is the real impact already. Yeah. Do you think? Sorry. Yeah. What metric do you use? What sham? Sorry, I don't have a question, Charlie. Can you ask again? I don't understand the question. Start DCA now, one shot all. It's up to you. It's I spread my bullets across dips. You know that. So I don't exactly DCA, but I just buy and spread it out, and I've been pretty consistent. Yeah. Okay. Maybe I take one or two more questions, and I've got to go. Any other questions? Okay. So, is it possible for a single person 1M65? For single person, even possible 10M65, let alone one. Yeah. I feel union in USA start asking about wages rise just like real workers. Do you think the core inflation will get worse? No, as I said, if it's one-time jump, it's okay. Then next year, everything will stabilize. Usually, money printing devalues currency, but US is a safe haven. Okay, no. Do you foresee US dollar crashing? I don't think so. It's there strong for the last 10 years. Do you think job market will affect anytime soon? I don't think so. Yep. What metrics do you use when it comes to investing between macro and micro view? I actually still don't know what you're asking. Yeah, you're asking me. Ask me how do I don't invest in individual stocks. I only invest in index. And I look at all the signals right here and just tell you guys this is what I do. Yeah, it's quite simple and straightforward. Yep. Will the S&P 500 go back to June low? I don't know. I don't think so, but I don't know. It's hard to say. Any thoughts of investing in 2-year T-bills? I don't use T-bills for investment. I use it for to cushion the fluctuations in bonds in stock market. Your next shop in Nasdaq or S&P 500? I'll still probably do S&P 500. Any chance for S&P 500 drop to 2K odds like what Burry predicted? Maybe. I don't know. He's smarter than me, right? I don't know. Okay. Does this article means that Singapore government will revise CPF interest rate? Why would they? Yeah, why would they? Yeah. Okay. Use OA to buy Singapore T-bills and get interest rate. Yes, that's always a very good strategy to do. If you don't mind. Interest rate of 3%. I'm an importer. Recently, US dollar is killing me. Yeah, very strong, 1.42. Last time when I was in US, 1.22, or 1.24. Very little. I think later will be 75% basis points. Inflation stops with the Fed QE. I don't think so. Not so fast. What if inflation drops but we go global recession? That's exactly what happened in 1982. It was a huge recession. The whole stock market still rebounded. Okay, will the S&P 500 go up over last in the long run? It has been like that for the last 100 years. Why need increase interest if price level off? Yeah, by the time if the price level off, they don't increase interest rate anymore. We want 5% for our CPF account. You go and talk to the government. I don't think they'll agree with you. When will you fire next shot? Soon. Does your calculation factor in China open up? If China open up, no, I didn't. If China open up, we're dead. Freaking dead. Yeah, die. Okay, die. If China open up, we're dead. Inflation is going to shoot to the roof. Okay? Yes. China open up is super bad for stocks from inflation perspective. Yeah. Okay. All right, good. All right, this is where we say goodbye. I really got to run, okay? I hope that this talk is helpful for you, okay? You know, just evaluate, and we'll see you again in a few days' time, okay? All right, good night, okay? Good night, everybody. Thanks for watching, okay? Thanks for watching. I gotta go. Thanks for watching.